Hi students, this is KTK. For the new subscribers, let me introduce our channel. In our channel, we are going to solve mathematical problems lively which are prepared from outside of your textbook. I am sure that all these problems will be helpful to you while preparing for competitive Olympiad exams for the classes 6 to 10. If you are thorough with particular concept, you can pause the video and solve, play it and check your answer. We'll start our class now. Your first question, convert 4 by 5 into percent. So here we are going to convert a fraction into percentage. Your options are given there. First, to convert a fraction into percentage, we need to multiply it with 100. Okay, so write down 4 by 5 multiply with 100. Now 5 I can cancel with 100. So 500 cancel how many times? 20 times. So remaining you have 4 and 20. So multiply 4 into 20. Your answer is 80%. So first question is very simple. Here we are converting a fraction into percentage. To do that, multiply the fraction with 100, you will get the answer. But be careful with your cancellations. We'll move on to second question. Convert 65% into decimal form. So 65% we want to convert into decimal form now. Your options are given there. Before converting 65% into decimal form, first you need to convert into fraction. So 65% equal to 65 by 100. We know that the percent is nothing but a fraction with the denominator 100. Then 65 by 100 can be written in decimal form as 0.65. So this is very simple. So whenever you are converting a percentage into decimal form, you need to convert that in fraction form, then you can write with the decimal form. So our answer for the second question is 0.65. Now the third question. Find 12% of rupees 1200. So we need to find 12% of rupees 1200. Here the options are given like 144, 100, 14.4 and none of this. It's a very simple one. 12% of 1200. So you are going to convert this 12% as fraction 12 by 100. We know that half means multiply, then 1200. Now here I am going to cancel 100 with 1200. So what you will get now? We are going to cancel this. So here you will have only 12 into 2. Your answer is nothing but 144. That's very simple one. So you are writing 12% in terms of fraction, multiply with the given value 1200. After cancellation, just to multiply the numbers and then write your answer. So your answer for the third question is 144. Your fourth question now. If A is to B equal to 3 is to 2 and B is to C equal to 6 is to 5, then A is to B is to C is equal to, that is two ratios they have given. We are going to combine all the ratios together. So what will happen? Now before moving on to this sum, I'll do one example here. Just to combine 4 is to 2 and 9 is to 3. That is, we know that the first number of ratio is called as antecedent, second number is consequent. Check here these two numbers, that is 9, 9. If these two numbers are same, then we can easily combine the ratio. That is, in next step we can write 4 is to 9 is to 13. So you can combine two ratios only when the consequent of the first ratio and antecedent of the second ratio must be same. So this is how we can combine two ratios. But in our question, what they gave, A is to B is 3 is to 2, B is to C is 6 is to 5. So how I am going to do? I need to change this 2 as 6. So how I am going to change? I need to change this 2 as 6 so that I can combine two ratios easily. I am going to multiply this first ratio by 3. So what will happen now? First ratio becomes 3 3s are 9, 2 3s are 6. Second ratio will come same. So now the first ratio automatically gets changed into 9 is to 6 when I am multiplying by 3. Therefore now I can combine these two as 9 is to 6 is to 5. Therefore A is to B is to C is 9 is to 6 is to 5. So make sure that you can combine two ratios only when the consequent of first ratio and antecedent of second ratio must be same. Only in this case you can combine the ratios. If it is not same, you need to multiply with a common number, change it as same numbers, then you can combine. So answer for fourth question is 9 is to 6 is to 5. Now we move on to the next question. Now next question, if x is to y equal to 5 is to 12, y is to z equal to 8 is to 3, z is to w equal to 9 is to 16, then x is to w. That is, in this case they gave three ratios and asking us to find x is to w, and your answers are given like 5 is to 10, 5 is to 8, 8 is to 5, 10 is to 5. So to do this sum, I am going to write down all the ratios in terms of fraction first. So first ratio is x is to y, it can be written as x by y equal to 5 by 12. Then second ratio is y by z equal to 8 by 3. Then third ratio is z is to w equal to 9 is to 16, that can be written in terms of fraction like this. So first step, I am converting all the ratios in fraction form. So next step, I am going to multiply on both the sides. I am going to multiply on both the sides. So multiply all LHS, that is left hand side separately, and then multiply all right hand side separately. So it will become x by y into y by z into z by w, that is all left hand side, and right side becomes 5 by 12, 8 by 3 and 9 by 16. Now I am going to do cancellation. So check, I can cancel y on left side, in the same way z I can cancel. Now what about on right side? You can do by any method. Here I am going to cancel 3 with 9. So how many times? You will get 3 times. Again this 3 I can cancel with 12, it will become 4 times, and 8 and 16 I can cancel 2. So no more further cancellations are possible there. So 5 by 4 into 2. So 4 into 2 is what? 5 by 8 I can get. So 5 by 8, this is a fraction form, and left side what you got? Left side you are getting x by w. Okay, left side you are getting x by w. This is nothing but x is to w. This is what they are asking in the question. So x is to w is 5 is to 8. So our answer is option B, 5 is to 8. So again saying, in this sum I am converting all the ratios into fraction form. After simplification, my answer is 5 is to 8. Now we will move on to the next question. Question number 6. The number 0.05 is how many percent of 20? Your options are 25, 0.025, 0.25 and 2.5. So 0.05 they are asking, it is how many percent of 20. So write down 0.05 by 20 into 100. Why we are multiplying by 100? Because they are asking how many percentage. So your numerator is decimal number now. So it will be easy if I am converting this as a fraction. So remember 0.05 can be written as 5 by 100, and already 20 is there in the denominator, which will remain same, and this 100 will come. Now I am going to cancel. I can cancel this 20 with 100 how many times? You will get 5 times. So 5 5s are 25, 25 by 100. So 25 by 100 is what? 0.25. You can do the cancellation in any method. Even if you are cancelling this 5 with 100, you will get 1 by 4. That 1 by 4 is nothing but 0.25. So cancellation can be done in any method. Your final answer is nothing but 0.25. So here they are asking 0.05 is how many percent of 20. So I am writing 0.05 by 20 multiplying with 100. So remember, whenever we need to find the percentage of something, the fraction should be multiplied with 100 there. Now we'll move on to the next question. Now question number 7. Pankaj gets 98 marks in his exams. This amount to 56% of the total marks. What is the maximum mark they are asking? So 15, 175, 165, 166. So go through the question properly. We don't know for how much mark they conducted the exam, but he got 98 marks. Percentage is given 56%. So this is what is mark 98 out of what we need to find, which is 56%. So total mark I am going to assume it as x. So what they gave, 56% of the total mark is 98. So by reading the question, this one you need to frame very carefully. So 56% of total mark x is 98. This is what they gave. Now it's very easy to solve. 56% you can write this in terms of fraction. 56 by 100, half means multiply into x. Now I am going to move this 56 by 100 into right side. So what it will be? It will be reciprocal. So x equal to 98 multiply with 100 by 56. Now I am going to start cancelling the numbers. So 56, 98 I can cancel in 7 table, right? So this is exactly 14 times, and how many 7s are 56? 8. Again 8 and 14 I can cancel in 2 table. I can cancel, you will get a 4 here and 7 here. Now I can cancel again this 4 with 100, which is 25 times. 25 times. Now multiply the remaining 7 into 25. What is your answer? 7 into 25 is 175. Therefore the total mark is 175. So whatever the cancellations you are doing, it should be done correctly. Then only you can get the correct answer. So first step I cancelled 56 and 98 in 7 table, and then with the help of 2 table I cancelled. At last I cancelled this 4 with 125. After all the cancellations I am multiplying the numerator. So 7 into 25 is 175. Therefore the total mark is 175. Answer for 7th question is option B, 175 marks. Now it's 8th question. 1/3 of 1206 is what percent of 134? Your options are 3, 30, 300, none. So this is a different typical question. 1/3 of 1206. So this question has 2 parts. So first you should find what is 1/3 of 1206. How to find 1/3? 1/3 means what? Dividing by 3. So 1206 divided by 3. Here you are going to cancel. So cancel this in 3 table. So what you will get? 4 3s are 12, 0 will come same, and 2 3s are 6. Therefore 402 is 1/3 of 1206. Now the remaining part is what percent of 134. So how we are going to write? 402 divided by 134 multiply with 100. They are asking percentage only, so that I am multiplying it with 100. So again do cancellations. This is exactly 3 times. 134, 402 is exactly 3 times. Or if you want to cancel step by step also, you can try. You will get 3 only answer. So 3 into 100 is nothing but 300. So our answer is 300. So this question has 2 parts. First we need to find 1/3 of 1206 separately, and then compare it with 134, multiply with 100 to get the percentage. After cancellations you will get the answer 300. So answer for your 8th question is 300. Now we will move on to the 9th question. Question number 9. If 23% of A is 46, then A equal to. So you have been listening the class for past 7 to 8 minutes. Now this question is exactly same as that Pankaj total mark question. So total we need to find here. So options are given like 100, 200, 150 and 250. So as usual you are going to write down it as an equation. 23% of A is equal to 46. So 23%, rewrite that in terms of fraction. So 23 by 100 of means multiply A is equal to 46. In next step you are going to transform this 23 by 100 into right side. So as I said, it will become reciprocal. So 23 by 100 when moves to right side, it will be 100 by 23. Now do cancellations now. So 23, 46, how many times? 2 times. So cancellation is very easy here. So 2 into 100 is 200. The sum solved very easily. So answer for your 9th question is 200. Now we will move on to the 10th question. Square root of 4.9% of 90 is equal to. It's an interesting question. It involves square root, decimal, percentage. Let's check the options. 0.21, 2.1, 0.7, none. So start solving now. Square root of 4.9% of 90. So first write this percentage in terms of fraction, so that would be easy. 4.9 percentage. How can I write? 49 by 10 into 100. Don't confuse. This 10 comes here because of the decimal. 4.9 I am writing it as 49 by 10. And why this 100 is there? It's because of percentage. So 4.9 percentage can be written as 49 by 10 into 100. The reason behind this 10 is decimal point. The reason behind this 100 is percentage. Now you can cancel this 10 and 90. That is how many times? 9 times. Now you know the square root values of all these 49, 9, 100, right? So what is the square root of 49? We know it is 7. What is square root of 9? We know it is 3. And we know the denominator square root 100 is what? 10. So all these can be written as 3 into 7 by 10. So 3 sevens are what? 21 by 10. In terms of decimal it is 2.1. So to solve this sum, first convert all the percentage into fraction form. After cancellations, write down the square root values, then convert into decimal. So answer for your 10th question is 2.1. I hope it's clear now. We'll move on to the 11th question. When 40 is subtracted from 40% of a number, the result is 40. So the question seems very interesting. When 40 is subtracted from 40% of a number, the result is 40. Then the number is. So options are given like 400, 500, 600, 800. So whenever they are given statement type of questions, rewrite them in terms of expression first. As usual, I am going to assume that number as x. So how I am going to frame the equation from the given statement there? So check out here. 40% of x minus 40. 40% of x minus 40. So remember, in the question 40 is subtracted from, so that 40 is coming here, minus 40. From what? From what they are subtracting? 40% of a number. So 40% of x, that number only I am assuming it as x here, is 40. The result is 40. Therefore equal to 40 comes there. Now rewrite all this. 40% of 40 by 100, again 40% of 40 by 100 x. This minus 40 I am transforming into right side, so that it will become what? Plus 40. So now you can cancel all this. In left side itself I can cancel. This is nothing but what you will get here? 2 times and 5 times. That is, in 20 table I am cancelling. Here also you will get 2 and 5. So 2 by 5 I am transforming into right side. It will become 5 by 2 and 5 by 2. How this 80 comes? 40 plus 40 is 80. Now do the cancellations here. Do the cancellations. 2, 80, you will get 40, and again this 2, 40, you will get 20. So 20 into 5 into 5, that is 500 is your answer. So be careful with the cancellations done here. Whatever the cancellations you are doing, it must be done without mistakes. Then only you can get the correct answer, 500. So answer for your 11th question is 500. This question seems very interesting. Make sure these kind of questions will be asked in Olympiad exams. By reading the statements, you need to convert them into a proper expression. Then only you can solve the questions without any mistakes. We'll move on to the next question now. Question number 12. If x is 20% more than y, then y is dash percent less than x. If x is 20% more than y, then in y point of view it is how much percent less than x? The options are given in mixed fractions. Okay, so what I am going to do now, I am going to assume some x as 100. Clear? I am going to assume that x as 100. If x is 100 means what will be the y value? 120, because they gave 20%. So x I am assuming it as 100 means then y will be 120. Now I am going to find the percentage in y point of view. So how I am going to write that? I can rewrite that as 100 by 120 into 100. That is, from y point of view I need to find the percentage which is how much less than x. So I am writing x value by y value into 100. Why I am multiplying into 100? Because in question they are asking percentage only. Clear? Now you can cancel these numbers and rewrite them in terms of mixed fractions. So when I am cancelling, you are getting 250 by 3, When I am rewriting it in terms of mixed fraction, your answer is 83 1 by 3. So do the cancellations properly, you can get the correct answer. We'll move on to the 13th one now. Now question number 13. The monthly salary of A, B, C is in the proportion 2:3:5. If C's monthly salary is 1200 more than A's monthly salary, then B's annual salary is. So monthly salary is not given. The only clue which they gave is C's monthly salary is 1200 more than A's monthly salary. Using this concept, we are going to find B's annual salary. So the options are given like 14,400, 24,000, 1,200 and 2,000. Okay, as usual I am going to assume that monthly salary be M. You can use any variable. Here I am using, let the monthly salary be M. So what is the ratio they gave for A, B and C? 2:3:5. Then A's monthly salary will be 2M, B's monthly salary will be 3M and C's monthly salary will be 5M. Based upon the ratios and the variable I am assuming, I took A is 2M, B is 3M, C is 5M. So what they gave in the question, C's monthly salary is 1200 more than A's monthly salary. So I can frame equation with that statement. 5M equal to 2M plus 1200. 5M is nothing but C's monthly salary is 1200 more than A's monthly salary. Now you can solve this equation. Transform this 2M to left side. What will happen? This 2M becomes minus 2M. So 5M minus 2M is 3M. So 3M equal to 1200 means what about M? 400. 3M equal to 1200. Therefore M equal to 400. So we got the value of M now. So what is the question they gave? B's annual salary. What is B's ratio given? 3. So 3M. So 1M equal to 400 means what is 3M? That is 3 times 400. We got 1200. So shall we decide 1200 is the answer? No, because read the question again. B's annual salary. The variable we took M is referring to monthly salary only. They are asking annual salary. So annual salary is multiplying the monthly salary into 12 times. So 1200 multiplying with 12, your answer is 14,400. Your answer is 14,400. So dear children, whenever you are solving these kind of questions, whatever the answer you are getting, it should be in the final step only, because if you are thinking this 1200 is your right answer, then it might go wrongly, because the question is B's annual salary. So once and twice read the question carefully and then you can go for solving step by step. We'll move on to the 14th question now. In an examination, 72% of the total examine is passed. If number of failures is 392, find the total number of examinees. We don't know what is the total number there. They gave pass percentage and number of failures. Your options are given like 1280, 1200, 1420 and 1400. So first what they gave passed percentage. Passed percentage is 72. So passed percentage is 72 means what about failure percentage? It is nothing but subtracting it from 100. So 72% pass means 28% is fail. Why we are finding failing percentage? Because they gave number of failures only. I cannot compare this 72 with 392 because 72 is passing percentage, 392 is number of failures. I can't compare these two, so that I am finding fail percentage. Fail percentage is 28%. Now we can write down, let the total examinees be X. Therefore 28% of X is equal to 392. So I am comparing 28% with 392. So 28% of X is 392. So rewrite them in terms of fraction. 28 by 100 into X. You can transform this 28 by 100 into right side. It will become 100 by 28. After your cancellations, you will get 1400. After your cancellations, you will get 1400. I will do cancellations also. You can choose the 7 table here. 4 times 4 sevens are 28. Here 5 sevens are 35, remaining 4 will be there 6 times. Now 56 4, how many times? 14 fours are 56. Therefore 14 into 100 is 1400. Therefore your answer for the 14th question is 1400. We'll move on to the last question, 15th one. Ajit lost 20% of his money, after which he was left with rupees 6400. The amount he had in the beginning with him is your options 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. So try to understand the question first. He had some total amount in the beginning, in that he lost 20%. After losing that 20%, he left with 6,400. So how we are going to find? As usual, you are going to assume the total amount as X. That is the amount which you had in the beginning, you can assume it as X. So using the question statement, you are going to write your expression first. How to write? You can write that as X minus 20% of X equal to 6400. This is very important step in your sum, because whenever you are giving statement, that statement converting into expression is very important. Ajit lost 20% of his money. That is lost. It means what? Subtracted 20% from the total amount. The total amount I am taking it as X. From that he lost 20%. After losing the 20%, he remains 6400. Now start solving this. X minus 20% can be written as 20 by 100x equal to 6400. You can cancel that 20 and 100. You will get 1 by 5x equal to 6400. So in left side it will be 4 by 5x equal to 6400. How comes that 4 by 5? You check the left side here. What is given? X minus 1 by 5x. So you can take x outside. So it will be 1 minus 1 by 5. 1 minus 1 by 5. So here you are going to write cross multiply. 5 ones are 5. 5 minus 1, 4. So your fraction will remain 4 by 5x equal to 6400. Now transform this 4 by 5 into right side. It will be 5 by 4. You can again cancel this 4 with 6400. You will get 1600. So you will get 1600. So after this you are going to multiply that 1600 with 5. What would be your answer? 1600 to 5. Your answer is 8000. So do the sums steps step by step. Then only you will get the answer correctly without any mistakes. Your cancellations, your transformation of fractions from left to right or right to left, whatever the transformations you are doing in an equation must be done correctly. So your answer for 15th question is rupees 8000. That's all with this video, children. Hope you learned many new sums on percentage. Comparing quantities has many subtopics like profit, loss, simple interest, compound interest, discount, appreciation, depreciation, etc. In this video, we solved sums based on percentage only. Remaining topics will be covered in the upcoming days. Till then, stay tuned and do practice. If you like this video, hit like, do subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get immediate notifications whenever I am coming with new topics. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.